The Str8 Shoot'n podcast is back in the motherfucking building for the first time in the year 2022.
Episode number 1
of 2022. It is.
Yes, sir.
This is the first episode of the year.
Yes, sir.
We have a couple of cast members that's not here. Keys is on vacation with the family. Red is just on disappearance, and he don't know where the fuck he at. But he did say he's on the road somewhere. We don't know where, but
he probably on that doo-doo train.
So he probably off somewhere, was doing a couple shows and ain't get back in time. So we just got me, Q, in the building. We do have special guests in the building today. Her name is Tanya Michelle.
Give it up. Hey, Tanya.
She is actually our producer, but she is our guest today because she has so many other things going on.
Yep.
So we decided we wanted to interview her. We also got my man Teron, our cameraman, sitting in at the table with us.
Well, hey, I like to call him the turtle without the shell. What up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Man, hold on, man. You gotta do this right, man. Who is you, man?
I am DRE.
For sure. This John Q up in this motherfucker once again.
Yes, and then now y'all got to fill in for Red and Keys. And who are
yeah,
you?
go ahead and say, I'm Keys.
I'm Keys.
Detroit Red. Detroit Red over here.
Detroit Red in the building.
Right. So what's up, man? How your weekend go, Dre?
Shit, what did I do this weekend, man? I didn't really do too much of nothing. I was at the store Saturday.
Okay.
What was that? New Year's was Saturday, right? New Year's Day.
Yep.
New Year's Day, I was down there for a few hours. I didn't really do nothing. I went over played cards later on that night.
Okay.
With my wife, her and her car buddies, and went over there, kicked their ass, took the money. They got mad at me.
What was y'all playing?
Tongue.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I went over there, took their money, went back home.
So they was pissed.
Yeah, they was pissed. They was trying to get me to stay to win their money back. But shit, I was only there a couple hours already. So, you know, you got to know when to leave. Shit.
Right.
You can't be sitting there all night and let y'all win my shit back.
You say know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
There you go. So
for sure.
And then Sunday, man, I got my granddaughter. She was over there for a little bit. And that's it. I ain't really do too much of that. What about you?
Man, I ain't do too... Really... I did a few things, but it really wasn't like a lot. You know what I'm saying? I sat up there. I did watch Cobra Kai, man. You know, it was season 4.
Yeah, I just was watching. I just finished that shit up the past 2 days.
Okay. So I watched Cobra Kai. I watched some football. I did make some more music or whatever this weekend or whatever. I made a nice little something for us. You know what I'm saying? I also started my two-a-days, man. I'm back on my shit. So, you know, watch my my Instagram, my Facebook and stuff like that. Everybody. Also I'm starting back up my my YouTube channel or whatever. So, you know, just to help people getting like some little pointers and stuff like that to working out. And like I said, watch my page on Instagram and Facebook too, far as little pointers as far as what to eat, what not to eat, and so forth and stuff like that. And then also I did do my new moon stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which was the 2nd.
Yeah,
so
I did
you know,
mine too. So
you know,
shit, I gotta get back to my one-a-days. I ain't been to the gym. Shit, it probably I've been bullshitting, man.
Man. Wait, you know what time it is?
I've been working out at home the past couple of days though, but
okay,
ain't nothing like that gym. I gotta get my ass back in the gym.
Okay.
So how was your weekend, Tanya?
Relaxing. Absolutely did not do shit.
Okay. All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Nothing at all.
You say hooray for shit.
Right.
You know?
That's how it should be. It should be your me time.
Yeah.
Right.
Run your errands, do what you need to do. But at
chill
the end
out.
of the day, on Sunday, you need to rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then what about you, Teron? How was your weekend, man?
Oh, I didn't do nothing too much. Just sit back and relax and laid in the bed and got me some proper rest.
How's it?
Kept to myself and watching a little TV.
Okay.
Rest is a good thing, man.
Hell
Especially doing what we do, because I know all of us stay busy all the time.
Yeah.
So that rest, you don't get that rest, that should have throw you out of whack, man.
Shit, that rest will rest your ass.
Yeah, you're right.
Without some good rest, it will rest you. You know, your body.
I know we busy and everything.
Yeah.
We trying to get we all entrepreneurs, trying to get our businesses up and running and shit. But
yeah,
you got to get that rest, because if you don't, you ain't running shit.
Right.
Yep.
That's for sure.
So we're going to get into our sponsors. Our sponsors are brought to you by Drasan Fashion. You can go visit the Drasan store right now. We are open. We're not officially open. We haven't did the ribbon cutting ceremony yet, but we are open. You can come in and check us out. 3031 West Grand Boulevard, Suite 180. And our other sponsors are
Gym Animal, Muscle Gang Fitness, and also John Q Music. Like I said, once again, check out my Instagram, Facebook, socials, spelt just like how you think, GYMANIMAL, Muscle Gang, MUSCLEGANG. Also, if you're looking for some apparel for working out, you can check me out on GAMG.shop.
And Tanya, you want to say what you're sponsoring?
Who am I sponsoring today? You know, I'm
Entertainment Lounge.
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Entertainment
That's right.
Lounge. That's right. I'm going to do that one and T-Mac Productions.
Yep, that's
Okay.
right.
All right.
Give it up for
Give it up for
T-Mac
that.
Productions and the Entertainment Lounge.
Do one more.
right.
Can I do one more?
Oh, of
Yes,
course.
you can.
Of course.
TMAC Accounting and Consulting.
There you go. There you go. Tax
So
season.
for all you
season.
business people, y'all need a good accountant, look her up.
Yep. Check her out.
That's right.
Yep. Check her out on all the socials. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. What you got to plug in, bro?
Yeah,
I know you.
What you got going on?
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yes, my home improvement company, All Problems Eliminated, Home Improvement,
There you go. All problems eliminated.
8 for short.
You say 8 for sure. Right. That's what's up, man.
So we got a new segment on the show. We did it we did it 2 weeks in a row. And it's called
yeah.
Shooting the Shit. And what it basically is about us telling y'all unbelievable stories that are actually true.
True stories.
If we just came out of the blue and told you wouldn't believe the shit. But
Right.
you can look it up.
All right.
It's actually true. So our Shooting the Shit story today, what is it, Q?
It's we got a New York Post story based off of NASA has just hired 24 theologians to study human reactions to aliens. So figure that one out, So we've been getting hit up with a lot of information within these past years from the government, NASA, from some of everybody, speaking about, say, aliens and stuff like that or whatever. And yeah, so I guess they kind of feel like, oh, the cat's out the bag now. You know what I'm saying? We need to go ahead and start speaking to, having the preachers and the priests and all the other people, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's in those places,
Right.
to go ahead and start talking to the people. And it's like,
ease the people on them.
it's like,
break the news.
But I mean, just for me, I look at it like this. If you believe in God, right, you can't say that, oh, he's just going to, stop making creations with just man. Like,
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like, you're really putting God in the box. So to be honest with you, being aliens and different, say, galaxies and stuff like that, that's expected. I mean, to me. So for people to be sitting up there and be like, oh, well, I don't believe in this and this and that and other or whatever, it's like, well, you putting God in the box. So
You know what's funny though, man? Mm-hmm. And this actually gonna lead into our topic later after we do the interview with Tanya. But everything, if you remember us talking years back or whatever, and I was telling you all this shit about the everything I done said, they asses didn't came true with.
Yeah.
Like literally. I told you last thing they was gonna start bringing out these aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Here it comes. So now, like you said, they getting all these priests and people of the cloth to break the news, so that they can try to ease people into it. But little do people know they're not already admitted to it. They just ain't fully. CIA already released information about it, so a lot of people don't know that.
Disclosed it.
Yeah, they disclosed it. So, like you said, I mean, why wouldn't you think? Why would it be other planets and galaxies and universes if it was not? We were the only people that exist.
But now check this out. Look on how many years people have came out and spoke about UFOs, what they didn't seen. I mean, I have a story of myself. Me and my brother
I do
actually,
too.
you know what I'm saying, seen some stuff
Couple,
together
actually.
when we was younger, maybe about 87, 88. And we was living in Dalton, Illinois, not by any kind of like airports or none of that shit. And we actually seen a UFO. That motherfucker was hovering around up above our apartment where we lived at. And it was like for about 2-3 minutes. And then it just took off fast as fuck and just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you know, everybody is not lying about what they didn't see. Now, you can go ahead and say, hey, a UFO is an unidentified, you know, flying object. Not saying that it's alien, but it's like, come on, man. You know, some of this stuff now I think is probably like technology, but at the same time,
and I think what they go probably release. This is just my opinion. They're gonna let y'all know about stuff that they already have. Like,
look at the technology.
They're gonna tell you the government's technology is aliens just to keep it secret from other stuff. That now, granted, don't get me wrong. Some stuff they can't cover up, so they go disclose that part and disclose the real shit probably later. But this is just to probably cover their asses, so they can keep in secrecy about what they doing.
But like you said, it's something that I want to touch on too, because it's like you said, it's going to lead into our main topic or whatever. But if you even look at, say, just for an example,
we got a call already.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Call in early.
Callers, right? That's right.
What up? What up?
Who's on the line? Hello.
Hello.
Well, goodbye. Well, we did have a caller.
Yeah, we did have a caller. You know, they might have got a little choked up or something.
And if you want to call in, the number is 248-690-5996.
Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah, we still talking about, you know, about the aliens or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I just can't see. Like I said, you know, everybody's lying. You know, you got it's so many like different stories and stuff. Like you heard about, say, you know, everybody want to point to like Roswell. And even back in like 1997 in Arizona, it's like a whole town of people. You know what I'm saying? It's like
including the governor.
So it's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody hasn't been lying through every story. Yeah, like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? You know. What you think about it, Tanya?
I don't believe in that shit.
Okay.
I just don't. You know. I mean, if you saw a UFO, I mean, so be it. But you know, it could be, like I say, technology. It could be, you know, somebody out here flying something in the air. Yeah. You know, especially now. Back then, in the 80s, yeah, probably. But if you see something like that now, because there's so much technology
stuff now,
that's flying around and going on. You know?
And see, and I think even by them even saying they're going to go ahead and try to prepare, I think it's like two things that's probably going on. One, like you said, technology, and like you said, to cover up what's really been happening and stuff too. Just say humanity. If you look at, say, the past 100 years, right? Say we just really started driving cars back in what? The early 1900s?
Right.
So this is 2022. So if you look on how fast technology has sped up, you know, from
in the 20th century.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like humanity, I can't say, this goes back on, like I said, we're going to end up having to talk about it. But if you look at, say, just from that period of time, far as cars to, you know, airplanes and stuff like that, then, okay, now we got cell phones. And then, you know, the first cell phone, like, I remember the first cell phones ourselves, you know, back in the 80s.
With the big case.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, what do you have? You have an actual whole computer. You can do everything with your phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever even would have thought that? You know, but then you had the Jetsons. That's another thing. So I think the first episode of the Jetsons was like 1962, 1968 or something.
That was ahead of time. That was ahead of
time.
Star Trek too. Yeah.
But look,
they had that technology.
But they was already talking about the same technology.
Little.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
but that technology had to come from somewhere.
Thank you.
Which I used to like. My whole thing, I believe. If you believe, unless you believe it's just a singularity, one planet, and all the rest of the shit is bullshit.
Yeah,
that's one thing. But if you believe it's multiple planets out here, this and that, it's no way possible.
Yeah,
we could be the only beings existing in the universe.
Only intelligent beings like that.
Right.
Yeah,
right. It's no possible way.
Yeah.
So you got to know. You had to know that from. Just because they were, you know, eventually it will come out.
Yeah.
So either I feel like the real aliens gave these motherfuckers an ultimatum. Like, look, you either tell we gonna give you enough time to prepare, you don't. We just coming regardless.
Yeah.
Or shit, they just doing it like I said, a cover up, and they know they coming.
Yeah,
they ain't got no choice.
But now here's a funny thing too. Like, I don't know if everybody is up on this guy, Stephen Hawking. He passed like a few years ago, right? Yeah. So he was already mentioning the stuff like, okay, if aliens do exist, I hope you know they probably not gonna come in peace. They probably gonna come here to colonize, because if their technology is way more advanced than us, then what's that going to make us as far as on the food chain?
But that even goes back to,
you know what I mean?
And I don't want to dip too much into it because it go into the topic.
Right.
We'll touch more on it a little later, but that even goes back into who's to say aliens didn't come and create us on this planet anyway.
Well,
like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like so we'll touch on that. We gonna move on to the Antonio Brown story. We'll touch on that for a minute.
Yeah. So
what's your take on it?
So if everybody don't know, okay, Sunday, Antonio Brown, wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, pretty much gave a big fuck you to the team or whatever. So, you know, it's conflicting stories about why he did what he did and so forth, okay? So, you know, he's had a history of like doing crazy things, you know what I'm saying? Getting into it with, say, different players, coaches, so forth, right? So, you know, one of the stories was, you know, he just came back. He had an injury with his ankle. He didn't want to go out there in the game. That was one thing. Another thing is, you know, prior to that, him coming back, he had got suspended for submitting a fraudulent quote unquote COVID card, you know, for saying that he received a vaccine and so forth.
Oh, we got a caller. Call him back.
All right. Hope you ain't choking up.
Who's on the line?
This is Karen.
Who? Karen?
Is this? How you doing?
I'd like to make a comment on the show.
Yes,
okay. How you doing?
I would just like to say, first of all, I want to say, how's everybody doing?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
I would like to say, how's everybody doing on the show?
Oh, we doing pretty good.
We're doing
pretty
good.
great.
We're doing good.
All right. Yep. Hope you doing good.
Yeah. I'm okay. Well, I like to say that I definitely believe in those alien things.
Okay.
I seen one. I sure did.
Oh, you seen
in
one?
My backyard.
Okay.
Absolutely, I sure did. I seen one in my backyard, and you know, it actually abducted me for 3 days and did an experiment on me and spit me back. And I've been trying to tell people, and no one believed me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, most definitely.
Do you remember what they actually did? Like, you know, as far as your abduction? Would you like to elaborate?
They tranquilized me, starting off, and they had all these type of wires on me that looked like an EKG machine, but it wasn't.
Damn.
And then they had this stuff hooked up to my brain, and whatever they were doing, they made it to where I was able to go back into all of my memories as a kid. So it was kind of like a part of what I was trapped in the zone and real life at the same time.
Okay.
It was the weirdest thing. I mean, they did so many experiments on me. I don't even know what to start. I don't even know. But it was very, very, very traumatizing, and the fact that no one believes me is what makes it really bad.
Yeah, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have people that's not gonna believe you.
Yeah.
And long as you know the truth about what happened and believe it. You know for sure. Why would you make something like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know your truth.
It's me, y'all.
I knew it was your ass, so I'm gonna go along right with you.
We know it was you, Keys sitting up there
abducting your ass.
Yeah, I was abducted. The aliens peed on me and everything.
Talking about your name Karen and shit. Sounded like your ass from Alabama and shit.
She down there getting abducted down there by Daffy Duck or something.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all knew it was me.
At first we did it, but then we was like, that's Keys.
Yeah, right. Hey, look, Dr. Ruckus over here like, that's Keys.
Right, hell yeah.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on?
All right.
You down there having a good time, you and the kids?
Yeah.
Yes, these kids, they getting on my nerve. First of all, oh my God, traveling with kids is so different than traveling a single or with they.
Oh yeah.
This is the most.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
This isn't a vacation for me. Let's just start there. This is not a vacation for me. I have been on my feet the entire time, cooking for them, cleaning for them, running for them, making sure don't nobody do this, getting this ready, getting that. This is not no damn vacation.
Shit, you might as well stay home if that was the case. You doing all that.
This is some bullshit. But you know what? Exactly. But you know what? They are enjoying themselves, so being able to just watch them enjoy themselves at the end of the day it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
That's what matters.
So,
yeah, that's the most important thing.
I don't really mind.
Your fun
Plus,
over
my
and shit. You
vacation
old
is in
and
a
shit
couple
now.
weeks.
That's their vacation.
No,
Girl.
but I'm still vacay. Mine is in a couple of weeks. So now when I leave to Punta Cana, I'm not gonna feel bad leaving my kids behind. I got them out the way. I'm next.
All right.
But on some serious shit, I wanted to comment on the aliens and stuff like that. I definitely believe that it is too many galaxies. It's way too much that's not even understood to the human brain for us to believe that shit like that don't exist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I find it hard to believe that Earth is the only planet that has a species on it. I just don't believe that. No one will really know because the technology isn't out there yet to either, decipher whether or not, it's true or not. So I don't feel like I wouldn't personally say there's nothing else out there. Or there's no species out there or no aliens out there. Even in the sea, I feel like it's forms of shit that we've never even came across.
It's all type of shit in the ocean.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't know about.
How about Antarctica?
I personally believe in sea monsters. I believe they're down there.
Yep.
Well, you go ahead and enjoy your time with them kids.
Yep.
And they drive you crazy for the next couple days. When y'all get back?
God. We'll be back Friday, so I'll be out of show next Tuesday, y'all.
Okay. All right. Hey, well, y'all be safe out there. Hey, y'all make sure y'all drinking plenty of water. Y'all eating what y'all supposed to be eating. Y'all keeping y'all hands.
Nah, we eating bullshit. But
that.
I've been cooking every day.
You don't want to come. Hey, look, you don't want to be coming back with the Hershey squirts.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hell no.
I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week.
All right,
yeah, we love you too.
next week.
Y'all be careful. Have a
Bye.
good one. Y'all see you.
Okay.
All right.
You too. Bye.
All right.
That was our co-host Keys.
That was Keys with her crazy ass. Right.
Like, right. We gonna get back and finish up that AB story right quick. Then we gonna hop into the interview. What was you saying now, Q?
Yeah. So, he was sitting up there. He took off his uniform. Took off his clothes, threw his like his shirts and everything, all into the crowd. Said a peace out to the crowd, ran off to the tunnel. And everybody is like, oh, well, he's crazy. He just that and other. And and the coach came out and was pretty much adamant about, oh, he's not part of the team no more, and this, that, and other. And it's like, okay, just for me to observe, it looked like to me he probably might have like some mental issues, right? So it's like so it's just so easy for like say a coach or an actual organization to come out and say, hey, we can go ahead and just do with this guy what we want to do. Like we're done with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like after you done singing and dancing for us or whatever, hey, if you got a mental problem that probably end up happening throughout his whole career, you know what I'm saying? On getting taking hits, he might got CTE or anything. Mm-hmm. So you see a person that'll react to anything that's going out there on the field. He's not probably in his right mind. And it's like, y'all don't go ahead and say, hey, maybe we need to get him some help. Yeah, he might not be on the team no more, but let us do our due diligence as an organization and show our players that we actually still do care about you. But they went and totally, you know what I'm saying, did the whole opposite. And that's one thing I just don't agree with. Regardless on if he's a butthole or whatever, however, what he did, to me, just as an observer, like I said, it just looked to me like he has a mental issue. He needs some help,
But that goes to show you that's what they really care about.
Yeah.
They don't care about you. They care about that money.
Yeah.
That's right. It's all at the end of the day, it's all about the money. I don't care what industry you're in, entertainment, whatever. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
It boils down to that money. And to show you that they don't really give a fuck about him, you knew he been having issues prior with other teams. Yeah. So you took a chance to put him on your team just so you can
He helped them win a Super Bowl last year.
Right, but listen.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So you get him just so he can help y'all out or whatever. Use him up. And then as soon as his mental illness or whatever is going on kicks in, you done with him.
Yeah.
Throw him in the garbage.
Yeah. So you got what you wanted. You was beneficial to that. That's why it kind of pissed me off. Like when I was scrolling through social media and everybody talking shit about him, this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there was some bullshit he did, but you don't know the mental state this man is in.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you got a family member or you yourself, if you got mental issues, you don't care if somebody talks shit about you.
Yeah.
In your sickness, you know what I'm saying? So it's more than I can't see nobody that's in their right mind
that would do
do
that.
some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it could revolve around, like you said, CTE, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, because if they, just like, okay, if you start in football as a kid, right? Most kids start off with about the age of 7, maybe 9 or something like that. So just imagine or whatever, as far as, PAL to, you know what I'm saying, high school football, college. Look on how many hits, you know what I'm saying, possibly you done took to your brain, right? Then you get to the NFL. Mm-hmm. So it's like, come on now, it's already like a track history of CTE being well known, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it doesn't even take much, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like for like concussions and stuff like that, and it's like, well, I'm quite sure damn near every player that's in the NFL done had some concussions multiple times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, I just look at like, to me, it's like when you hear all these people and stuff bitching about, oh, this player make too much money. No, they don't make enough because they sitting up there really putting their life on the line for your fucking entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Once they retired and done, their body be so fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And excuse me, you could barely fucking move around and who knows? Like a lot of them suffer brain damage, like you said.
Yeah.
Junior Seau, others.
Look at what's his name, Ronnie Lott. He get bragged about. You know what I'm saying, in NFL for having a broke fucking finger, and he like, just cut this motherfucker off so I can go back and play. It's like so that ain't no motherfucker that's in their right mind. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But people brag about that and be like, man, he was a fucking warrior. It's like, for your entertainment, like get the fuck out of here. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I agree.
So
I agree.
So
we gonna hop into shot of the day, and then we gonna get into the interview with Tanya. This shot of the day is sponsored by. We'll do a shot for Keys and Red.
And Red on the road and shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. All right. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. He forgot his glass.
Yeah. No. Running late.
Right.
So now we hopping in the interview with our guest and our / producer, Miss Tanya Michelle. Give it up, y'all.
Multi-talented. Hey, she got to be Jamaican or something. She got about 38 jobs. Like, how many jobs you got? One? You don't know how to do it.
50 jobs.
I have 50 jobs. Right.
Right.
So Tanya, tell the people about yourself.
Oh, wow. So I'm Tanya Michelle. I am the host, executive producer, and creator of the Entertainment Lounge, which launched last year, October.
Okay.
It's been a year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, just celebrated our anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that show, I interview musicians, film directors, models, actors, you name it.
Okay.
Anyone in the entertainment industry. Mainly independent artists, entrepreneurs who are, like I said, are models and film directors here locally.
Okay.
I do travel outside of Michigan and do interviews. And my goal for that was to put these independent artists on the map.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
They don't get a lot of credit.
Yeah.
There's social media, but they need another outlet,
right?
Yeah.
And to give them a chance, and that's what my show is all about.
Okay,
is to give these independent artists a shot. On my show, interviewing and listening to their music, and we just start showing videos.
Okay,
my second season.
Okay.
So that's the Entertainment Lounge.
Okay.
All
right.
So how'd you come up with the concept? How'd you come up with the concept for the Entertainment Lounge?
Actually, the podcast, I don't want to say podcast. I want to say talk show. The talk show actually fell in my lap. Okay. It was actually was presented to me. I was supposed to be co-hosting for another podcast. Okay. And so this particular person, we did a couple of shows. This particular person decided, hey, you need to have your own show. That was presented to me twice. Okay. Once from Mike Bonner. Okay.
Which
how I got started.
Mike Bonner.
I got started being a host.
Okay.
And then this other person. And so I just sat down, came up with the name, The Entertainment Lounge, and decided I wanted to do a little bit something a little different than when I was on 910 AM Superstation with Mike Bonner. Okay. Where there we did bring in entrepreneurs and musical guests and directors and to get their name out. Okay. But I wanted to do something just a little different.
Okay.
And so why not do a female version of the Arsenio Hall?
Right.
And so that's
you say,
that's how I came up with the Entertainment Lounge. I wanted to do that concept.
Okay.
To do that.
Okay.
All right. No, that's what's up.
Yeah. So me and you met back. It was before the Entertainment Lounge. Yes. And we met you were on an actress in Stoners. Mm-hmm. You had a role in Stoners. Yeah. You actually played.
You were smoking that reefer?
No. She actually played my wife in Stoners. It was a brief thing. So.
Even before that.
Okay.
Oh, we did, right? Because we did. That's right. Because you was on in the short film I did for. What was it? Irina. It was the one with Irina.
Click Cough. Crow?
Click Cough Crow.
Oh, damn.
We won an award on that. I was written by Irina. Shout out Irina.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we did another short, didn't we?
We did a vampire type short film.
Right.
Halitosis.
Right. Oh no, that was the one.
Halitosis?
Was that the one?
That's funny.
That was the one with Irina.
Yeah.
Click Cough Crow. We didn't win an award for that. I'm confused my own self. We won an award for halitosis.
That's funny, man.
Amazing story with that one too, because you were looking for some actors or something, and I was the girl that was a photographer or something that was on the set. I actually reached out to her. She actually posted it on Facebook.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. So I went in the next day. It was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
That day. Okay. It was a 48-hour film festival.
Yeah.
Never done that type of thing before.
Okay.
A lot of experience. And had an actress that didn't show up or showed up late and ended up getting her part in.
Wow.
That's right, she did.
Wow.
Hey, that's how it happened.
That's how I didn't even read the script yet.
Right.
I got the script that day, so that was...
Right place, right time.
And for those of you who don't know what a 48-hour film festival is where you have 2 days to complete a film, where you got to write it, shoot it, edit within 2 days.
Wow.
So that's, you talking about strenuous, that's a strenuous ass thing.
I can believe it.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I can believe it.
Because we up hours. Like even if you got your concept down, you still like if you got to adjust some certain things to it or this and that.
Yeah.
But we won 2 awards off short films. We off halitosis, and we won one off called The U-Man.
So let me ask y'all this. Okay. How long are those films? You know, like how long,
so
that you have to
it can range anywhere from, I think, is it 3 to 4 minutes to like 10 minutes, something.
Oh, okay,
like that.
Okay. Right. But shit, that's a long time when it comes to film.
Yeah, it is.
I think that one was 8.
Yeah,
8 minutes.
it was.
Yeah.
8 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Now let me ask you this, Tanya. Do you remember the first person that you interviewed ever? Like on,
on Entertainment Lounge.
I'll just say it, on Entertainment Lounge.
Entertainment Lounge. That was Jay Fierce.
Jay Fierce.
That was Jay Fierce. Yeah, she is she's multi-talented. She's a singer. She's a backup dancer for Charlie Wilson.
Okay.
She's also an actress. She did a movie with Damon Brown or Darren Brown.
Darren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was in Users.
Oh yeah. Okay. With Donald. Okay.
Yeah,
with my cousin. Okay.
Yeah, she was one of his lovers. Who he was cheating with or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, very, very talented person.
Okay.
Very first episode, season 1, episode 1. Remarkable story. behind how she got started.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my very first guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shot in my home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
By Dre Sanford.
See, look at
Sanford Fields.
You're right. Sanford Fields.
Dre Sanford is my videographer and producer.
Right.
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 Wow.
So you need a project done, look up Sanford
That's
Films.
right.
There you
I'm your
go.
man.
Yeah. There you go.
So let me ask you, Tanya, if you had any guest of your choosing, independent, major, whatever, who would it be?
For the Entertainment Lounge and WJZD, I am the host of the Artist Spotlight on the station too. I would have to say, his name just rolled out of my mouth. He's a jazz singer, or not a jazz singer. He's a xylophonist, or he plays xylophones.
Okay.
I can't think of his name right now, but it'll come to me.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what do you see yourself doing on, say, the Entertainment Lounge, or in just anything in the future, as far as maybe in like the next 2 to 3 years?
Hopefully, Entertainment Lounge has been picked up from a network in Atlanta.
Okay.
Which got picked up very, very quick.
Yeah. Okay.
A year ago in January, actually to the day.
Okay.
They got picked up. So
Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great.
So
yeah.
I see myself, or I see the show taking off. Hopefully, on another network, a major network.
Okay.
If not cable. You know, that's the goal.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the pandemic, I would go live.
Okay.
On the show. The shows are pre-recorded.
Okay.
So definitely in the future for that.
Go live and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And taking it, would love to take it on the road.
Bro, yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
that'd
love
be
to
dope.
do that.
Yeah,
I
that'd
would
be
love
definitely
to
be
do
dope.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be, yeah.
But I got to get back into acting too.
Okay.
Because that's
That's your that's one of your
that's
like major
my,
passions.
passion. Yeah, 40
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
40 years in the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
40 years in the game. So, that's a passion of mine.
Okay.
And with T-Mac Productions, that's a company I just started late last year.
Okay.
And that's pretty much producing podcasts.
Okay.
We have so many podcast shows that's out here, that were created during the pandemic because everybody was sitting at home.
Yeah.
So why not, produce some of these podcasts,
Right.
and kind of make them fresh,
Yeah.
And I want to say this for those who are currently have a podcast or trying to do a podcast, really think about it. Get your mindset into not saying it's a podcast, it's a talk show,
Okay.
or something else. And the reason why I say that is because you want to look at it as is actually a show, like you're on TV.
TV, yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, you're on social media. It's like TV, but think of it as you're on TV.
Yeah.
And you got millions of viewers watching.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's my goal with producing other podcasts.
Okay.
I want to get folks in the mindset. That's why I'm so antsy. I'm so perfectionist.
Yeah.
Such a perfectionist, because I want you guys to think of it as this is really a
Right.
talk show.
Yeah.
We're actually on TV.
TV, yeah.
Someone out there is looking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody's watching.
Oh,
Somebody's watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
You never
Never know who's watching you.
And don't look at the numbers either,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
the number of viewers, because out of those 100 viewers or even 2 viewers, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And just like the Entertainment Lounge, I had Marvin McIntyre, who does the branding and the grooming for New Edition.
Okay.
That's looking at the show.
Okay.
And then you have the network, MJO Network. Mariah Jerido.
Okay.
From Atlanta, looking at the show.
So
And so my show got picked
Pick up,
So
yeah.
you never know
know who's watching.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. That's
indeed.
good advice. Yeah.
So with your acting, when do you think you'll get back off into that?
I'm waiting to, right now, we're still waiting to get back on set for a TV series
Okay.
that we were filming back in 2019.
Okay.
And so because of the pandemic hit,
Yeah.
it's
It held
been
it
put on
up.
it's been put
Yeah.
on the
Right.
shelf, and it's still on the shelf.
Okay. Okay.
So we're waiting for that. I just did a film with Bill Swift.
Okay.
You know, this should be coming out soon.
Okay.
But you know, hopefully very soon.
Okay.
You know, I'm very picky when it comes to, you know, getting a script.
Okay.
I'm very picky about my directors who I work with.
Okay.
I try to look at the movies that they've done or TV series or whatever that they've done
To kind of get a feel.
to see if we'll be a match to work with.
Right.
You never know till you get to working with them. But you know, that's what I do. So I'm very particular on the script of what I pick. We had our guest on the show a couple of weeks ago. We talked about
Eddie
some of
Kane.
the film, how some of the Detroit films are, you know, are ghetto.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Right.
you know, and
Say hood,
yeah, hood, you know, and those are films that I shy away from.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because I don't want to depict nobody's work because I think that's what he thought initially that I was saying.
Yeah,
like
we weren't.
it was filmed ghetto, and that's not what the case.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just saying more geared towards hood activities in the actual film.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes, let's clear that up.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about
Because
I
I think the films were shot well, and I think they was directed
Yeah.
well, wrote well, and everything.
Yeah.
It was just more so. I'm just saying.
The actual like storyline.
Yeah,
the
like
storylines. Yeah.
like you know, and like it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying because, like I said, I'm about to come out with a documentary and probably a movie following the documentary, and it's hood. It's just I think overall we got so much talent in this city to where we can broaden our concepts of what we thinking and what we writing about.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I love
Exactly.
Darren, because Darren don't put himself in a box.
Yeah.
Right.
Darren make
Right.
different type of films when he do them.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's, you know, one director I would love to work with.
Yeah.
Him and Dennis.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask you too. Who would be like an ideal person for you, you know, to like either act with, you know, so say like
What, locally or?
yeah, you can do somebody locally or nationally, you know, or international. You pick.
I would say locally. I've worked with her before already, D.
Okay.
D is one of the best actors
Yeah.
in the city.
You say D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
on point.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's crazy though because D be in a lot of films where like the directors in the city don't see it D as much because she more so in films like like her range, like D can play all type of different roles.
Okay.
Like to me, she is one of the best actresses in the city.
Right.
Okay.
And if you don't know her, you need to look her up.
Look her up.
Okay.
Yes.
Her name is D.
D, what's D last name? D,
Her name.
V, you start with a V, don't it? I can't
forget her
I'm
name.
sorry,
Sorry, D,
I'm
I'm
listening.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I
Just
can't-
when y'all get
And
a
she
chance.
was a
Yeah.
guest on my show too.
She was one of the main roles in Stoners.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
and she didn't. I done did a lot of films with D, but
Okay.
but D is a hell of an actor. Her and our guest next week, Alfonso.
Okay.
Alfonso a hell of an actor too.
Okay.
And Alfonso's been in a lot of stuff lately. He's getting his name out here, and a lot of people starting to know who he is.
Okay. Okay.
But
I worked with him twice.
Okay.
And also the film that's on the shelf.
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And we'll just leave it there.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
What was I going to ask? So as far as, do you got anything in the future that you're going to do that you have not done yet?
Oh, wow. At 50 years old, I mean, I'm there. You know, never would have imagined I would be in radio, you know,
Okay.
for one. You know, another, you know, thing that fell in my lap working with 19 AM. And then Don Allen from WJZD asking me to come on board, you know, as a radio personality.
Okay.
And hosting the Artist Spotlight, which is similar to the Entertainment Lounge.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so I interview lots of musicians and what have you. So you just can't see us yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
But I think I'm at my max
Okay.
right now. I'm at my max.
Okay.
I'm, you know, coming out of retirement from modeling.
Okay.
I modeled a long time ago for 15 years. It just came out.
Okay.
So I'm doing that again. And just really continue, working on the show.
Okay.
The Entertainment Lounge, eventually doing some background stuff, kind of working in the background.
Okay.
And just, my main goal is to, like I said, just to get independent artists out there, and really help them, get promoted.
Okay.
I just remembered your name, D, if you listen. Her name is Alethea Varner. So that's if y'all looking up, her name is Alethea Varner.
Okay.
That's her name on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Oh, you asked me something else, international. Gosh. Denzel Washington.
Okay.
I would love to work with him.
Okay.
Denzel.
Okay.
Yeah. And David, was it Dave Cheatham? Don Cheatham.
Don Cheadle. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So there you have it. Say Don Cheadle.
Right. If you listen.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they tuning in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, matter of fact, y'all call on up here. Right. Holla at Tanya.
Yeah, we was waiting on you to call last week. Denzel, call in right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to Tanya and shit.
Right.
Yeah, but I pretty much I'm there. What I got coming up is like I said, I just turned 50 in October. Yep. I am going to do a video memoir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Definitely look out for that.
Okay.
I have a journalist that's going to be interviewing me for his magazine. He also has a podcast that's coming out, so we're doing some work with him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep going. So I got my accounting firm, so I
see, like you said, I have 50 jobs.
That's
right. Right.
They fuck y'all up, Denzel. Call in for real.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Know how you doing?
Like
you know what I'm saying? Right.
All right, Tanya, we thank you for the interview.
You're
I know you're still hanging out.
Yeah, I know you're still hanging out, but just for now too, always, how can people get at you, and how can they watch, say, the Entertainment Lounge and
WJZD Radio Detroit.
Radio.
Yes. So you can view the Entertainment Lounge. Actually, that show is going to be airing season 3, January 26th.
Like Thursdays or something.
It airs on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Yep, the Entertainment Lounge. We were showing it on Facebook and Instagram. We are no longer going to be showing it on those outlets anymore. So it will be shown on YouTube under the Entertainment Lounge. Okay. It's going to be shown on MJ Own Network. Okay. You can watch. That link is watchmjownetwork.com. And let's see, also Roku TV.
Okay.
Roku TV, and I just got word last week. This show is now on Apple TV.
Oh, good job!
Yep,
all right. Clap that up.
Yeah. And you can also go to the website at www.theentertainmentlounge.com.
Okay.
And you can see all my past episodes from season 1 and 2. And then if you want to be a guest on the show, if you are a singer or an actress or a model, and you got what it takes,
can you woo woo woo? You want to have me on? Can you woo woo woo?
You can send me an email with your pics, your videos and songs to Tanya Michelle at the entertainmentlounge.com.
All right.
That's what's up. Give it up for Tanya, y'all.
Thanks, Tanya. Thank you. Hey, look, thank you for being a great producer, too. So.
That's right.
Thank you for being a great producer of the Str8 Shoot'n podcast. How about that? Yeah.
So we gonna hop into our topic of the day.
So y'all get ready to call in and comment, because a couple of feathers probably about to get a little ruffled.
So I'm telling y'all the number right now. The number is 248-690-5996. And our topic today is, do you still believe in religion? And if you are more, or have you become more spiritual? And I guess pop it off.
Pop it off. Yeah.
I guess what we're asking and what we're going to discuss, have you given up on institutionalized religion? Meaning, have you become more in tune with yourself, the universe, or are you still based off of what you were brought up on, Christian, be it Muslim or anything of that nature, do you feel that you're still with that, and do you follow that path and believe in that, or have you veered from that path? Me, myself, I have veered from that path. I'm more spiritual now than I am religion. I don't, religion to me is just another way to control the masses and to get you to, in line, to follow, to keep you in order. Now, let me say this before we do start getting calls or messages and start calling me atheist and all that shit. Y'all know atheist is religion too. I just told y'all I don't believe in religion.
Right.
But my thing is, I do believe it is a higher power, but I think I believe it's energy, universal laws, energy that's sent through us within yourself to help you become who you are and build your spirituality with the ancestors and things of that. So you pass on the knowledge of that, because I'm just going to say this, and this is just my opinion. I don't feel nobody right now truly really knows what's going on, because if you look at it, people exist thousands and thousands of years before religion even came into play. Well, standard religion now, Christianity, Muslim,
Abrahamic.
like that. So you have to take into account what was going on all those years. What did they go by then? So, I mean, that's just my take on it. I know a lot of people don't feel that way. Most people probably don't feel that way, but what you got to say about it, Q?
I'm kind of in the line with you to a degree. I will say, I do understand the importance of, say, religion, right? Meaning that, every community, society, do need some kind of order, right? What kind of order? I guess the kind that'll keep people from doing chaotic things, So when it comes to religion, I do understand the importance of it to a degree. Me, myself, personally, I grew up, in a Christian household and stuff like that or whatever. But now, myself personally, of course, I believe in God. I believe in a higher being, not being, but an essence more so. And when it comes to just, like I said, I was raised more so off of Christianity.
Right.
Just believing in actual Christianity itself as a religion, no, that's pretty flawed, just like everything else. You can look at a lot of, say, scriptures and point to a lot of different things. You can point to even the creation of man, where you have God speaking in a plural sense, meaning, hey, in the creation of man, we should make man into our image. Explain that, So it's kind of like a contradictory thing, where you say, hey, if Jesus is is, say, God himself and stuff like that, it's like, so you killed yourself for things that you already knew that you created, because if you are God, you created everything. That means bad, sin, everything. So you created one thing, but then you killed yourself for the sins of, for something that you created.
Right.
That's another thing. So, like I said, there's a lot of different contradictory things. And one thing I will say about this is this too, also, when it comes to say the Abrahamic religion, as far as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, for the most part, I have a real issue with those religions minimizing the women. So if you look at, just say Christianity, you look at, say, the Trinity, you have the Son, which is a male, the Father, male, Holy Spirit, right? Never speak about, say, women to a degree of being equal, right, which we all came from a womb,
right,
of a woman.
Right.
Right? So prior to, like you said, say, Christianity and Abrahamic religions and stuff like that, you have a lot of scholars, a lot of scientists, a lot of quote unquote elites that always point to say the Egyptian civilization. Right. They pretty much label it as the golden era, right? So if you look back into that time of a golden era, you have rulership of women. They had just as much respect, just as much, say, as power, just as much as everything as a man. So when I do see like religions minimizing, you know what I'm saying, say women and stuff like that, it makes me think like, is this God or is this man's doing? Mm-hmm. You know, so a lot of things to me, when it comes to say religion, the foundational stuff, you know what I'm saying, in the Abrahamic religions and stuff like that, like the basic 10 commandments, that kind of thing, the foundational stuff is good because it's universal. Right. But a lot of the things that's after that is man-made because you can see that how they use it towards their benefit, even when it comes to, say, like slavery and stuff like that. So it's a whole, you know, lot of things, you know.
Like it's the same thing that they do with, you know, with the sexual, with the homosexual things and everything else. They never say anything about being a homosexual in the Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but hey, they sit up there, hey, bash homosexuals and everything else, you know. So it's kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Like you say, I look at it as a means of control. And then I touch bases on like some of every religion or whatnot. And to me, it's just, you know, different people need something to go ahead and follow.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's true, you know, everybody is not an Indian, everybody's not a chief.
Yeah.
You know, some people need something to follow, and that's how they end up choosing different religions or whatnot. Because I'm with you, you know, with the spiritual.
Yeah.
You know, spirituality, you
Let
know.
me piggyback on that for a minute. There's a church out here that I used to be a member of. I won't say the name. And almost half of that church, you have gays and lesbians and bisexuals in this church. This is a Pentecostal church, okay? So, you know, the pastor will always talk about, he always would kind of squeeze in his sermon about homosexuality and how, you know, in so many words, you know, it's not the thing. It's not it's not in the Bible. So why are you, you know? Come to find out, one of his deacons was bisexual or gay. Then when you call folks down to the altar and say, you know, hey, I want you to come down. If you want to be saved, blah, 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 you know, for your homosexuality or whatever, almost half that church came down there. But then you turn around and you talk behind their back.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you can't say that, you know, you accept everybody in the church, anybody can come in the church.
That's right. And
but then you turn around and you talk about the gays and
be a hypocrite.
the lesbians.
And be a
you know what I'm
hypocrite about
saying?
it.
You ain't right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's one of the reasons why I left. Now, I'm straight. I'm not gay or, you know, what have you. But I do have gay and lesbian friends.
Right.
So that
bothered.
bothered me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How are you going to sit up here and say, you know, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that, you know, you need to be saved, but then, you know, you're not letting them in your church because, you know, they want to be saved, but you talk behind their back. You contradicting yourself.
Yeah.
And that's another thing,
like
like with religion. I don't think, to me, and I always thought this, even when I was more on Christianity, what I was raised on and everything. I always believed, though, if you're a reverend, preacher, minister, whatever, I don't understand why you should not. To me, you shouldn't get paid for that, and I'm going to tell you my reason why. If you're going around giving the word of God, and this is what's supposed to be delivered to the people, and you're supposed to be delivering God's message, you should not be charging to deliver God's message. So I'll give you back, if you go back to the Bible roots, Jesus went around preaching and stuff in the square markets, whatever, this and that. He didn't ask for a dime.
Right.
He did it. So if it was good enough for him, if you're going back to this, why are you doing it? Now, granted, I get it. They say, when I ask somebody that in the church, they always come back and say, well, the reverend needs to be paid because he has to prepare for sermons and this and that or whatever, this and that. To me, you're doing what you do 2
you are
days a week.
Service. That's what.
2 days max a week.
Yeah.
So you got to prepare for that, but at the same time, how are you your congregation? Half of them may be poor, and you living in mansions, buying jets and stuff like that. I never got with that. I never understood that.
Now, see, understanding that, you know what I mean? And I look at it like how I took the 10% tithing. I didn't take it as money because, like you said, a lot of people don't have money. Tithing is you taking 10% of the time out your mouth to go ahead and speak the word of God.
Your time.
That's the same. That's the way I look at it.
You know, it's not about money, and that's what a lot of people, and that's always confused me on that.
Yeah.
And so I totally
based
agree off what you just said, it always, to me, tithing is doing something good for somebody else.
Right.
So if I'm going out and I know you in a predicament and I can help change your predicament in any type of way, if I'm doing something for you to help change my fellow man, to me that's tithing, because that's basically ultimately that's what we're meant to do as a human race.
I mean, it's called being in service.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So just for example, like, you know, bro, he works on houses and stuff, right? So, you know, it might be somebody or whatever in the family that might not have no money or something, right? But they got enough money for the materials. Or they might be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Can you give me this service and this, that, and another? Bro might be like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That might be his way of paying back, even though he's not really even getting paid.
Right.
That's just like, you know, I done gave out free information when it comes to working out. I done train people for free. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give people advice. I don't have no problem with that because that's my way of paying back. Yeah. That's my way of tying back to actually into society. Yep. As say, now, one thing I will say is I believe in Christ consciousness. You know what I'm saying? On actually being, say, Christ-like myself. You know what I'm saying? On being in service. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like, to me, like I said, it's certain things and stuff in religion or whatever that I get it far as the foundational stuff, but like everything else is really supposed to, like, different trains of thoughts, like different like avenues of thought, like college or high school and stuff like that. Like, you're supposed to learn certain things to bring out the best in you, but ultimately it's still up to you to analyze yourself, to make yourself a better person. I don't believe that you're supposed to just stay in one religion, because once you stay somewhere, you're stuck. That ain't what God wants you to do. He wants you to evolve. Mm-hmm. So even if you go from, say, one religion to the next, but you kind of like can pull out the good or the bad and stuff like that. Like what is it saying? Like,
you're supposed to learn something every day.
Chew the meat and spit out the bones, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't believe, like, you know, one religion is better for one than the other. It's just like, if it's better for you to follow, to get you to go ahead and start realizing what kind of person that you need to be as a better person, or bring out the better in you, then go ahead and have at it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't just believe that, okay, like, now you got to be a devout, say, Muslim the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But you can use some of those practices and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to make you a better person.
Right. Yeah. And again, if you want to call in, the number is 248-690-5996.
Yeah, don't choke up now.
Right.
You have to understand too, a church is a business.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a business.
Yeah.
You know, so they got to pay their bills or what have you in the church to keep up the church or what have you. So it's really a business.
Yeah, like everything else.
Yeah, like everything else. Yeah, true.
Let's just keep it real.
And as many churches as it is, and I'm not gonna say all, because I know some do charitable deeds but as many churches as it is in urban communities and stuff like that, to me, homelessness should not be an issue in no city. Like. So if you get the different churches, the community, the city, local government, it's no way y'all can't tell me you can't come up with a plan with these homeless people, and do something to get them out these streets. And I'll give y'all a perfect example. At my store, so when you come in the store, it's a hallway. Before you go in the double doors, they go into the main part of the building, and the entrance to my store sit in between those doors. They have a heater bolted down inside of on the floor, bolted to my where my display case is, which I told them they got to get that shit out of there. But anyway, as a homeless man comes in there and he comes to his own heater, I tell him, I'm like, man, you can't sit in front of here, man. I'll give you a couple $, but you can't sit in here because you deterring customers from coming in the store.
Right.
But he's coming in there because he's cold. He coming in there to get heated up.
Right. So
I don't really flip on him because he'll come back, and I had to retell him.
Right.
So I don't nut up on him because I know he actually coming in there to warm up. You know what I'm saying? But my point being, why this man don't have nowhere where he can go for free? And you say what?
And you got 13,000.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Where's nowhere why this man can't go for free and
there
eat,
you go.
meal, sleep, and
there
something
you go.
like that. So
you know,
that's why I don't understand. And just to go back to something you were just saying, Q, some of the foundations of religion I do agree on. I don't agree with religion per se itself, but some of the foundations, because a lot of the foundations was built off of ancient proverbs and ancient manuscripts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Basically,
Sanskrit and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they took like the story of Jesus, basically the story of Hebrew and Set. So that's basically where it came from. They just turned it around. Even with the Ankh, they changed the Ankh into a cross. Yeah. So it's
well, I mean, I know it's gonna sound like I'm picking on Christianity. I mean, but one thing I will say is this: you have like say the King James version, right? We know that there's missing books in the Bible. So if I was to give you a book, right, and I'm gonna give you I want to test you on this book, right? And okay, yeah, you're only gonna be able to read what I present to you, all right? But you're not gonna know the whole, information out of that book because it's stuff that's missing, right?
Right.
So how can I hold you accountable for some information that you are not privy to, and test you on it though, right? But then you're supposed to actually come up with a whole understanding about, say, a religion based off an incomplete story or incomplete, book or, information just in general. Right. So when I look at things like that, it's like, okay, we have, books to this day that, hey, you'll read. Hey, if you missing something, you gonna contact whoever you bought that book from, like, hey, dig this here. I want my bread back because I don't know what the hell the whole damn story is. Yeah. So how can I know what the whole story is, say, of a King James version or anything that's really copywritten, or you know what I'm saying, that other writers, like, we do know, like, there were other authors who constructed, say, the Bible. And then now you're talking about other people's opinions and stuff like that.
They won't even admit it's scrolls that they found that they won't even allow into the Bible.
Well, just like
in Enoch and other stuff like that, they don't even allow these into the actual Bible, the King James.
Well, you have too, where you have the Orthodox Tewahedo Christianity and whatever that's in Ethiopia, who have a lot of the missing books. Right. But a lot of people, whatever, that subscribe to, say, Christianity, don't want to recognize them. So it's like, hold the hell on. They got the more complete versions of the Bible and stuff like that, and you don't even want to recognize them. So it's like,
now see, with me, like as we were talking about the thing of religion or whatnot. Mm-hmm. My wife and I, we were going to marriage counseling. Mm-hmm. She was a member of the church. I wasn't. Mm-hmm. We went to marriage counseling the one time, and once the pastor found out I wasn't a member of the church,
gotta go.
Yeah, she said she couldn't counsel us anymore.
See, there you go.
See, that's not right.
What is
so
that?
That's why I'm like, that's the religion part. You're not spiritual. Yeah. That you say that you are.
Because the thing,
again, it's a business. It's a business.
But that's what I'm saying. So even when you in service like that, if you want somebody to be a member, you would go ahead. Hey, I'm gonna still offer you this service, because then maybe you might become a member. How about that? Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, it's. Like I said, it's man has a lot of flaws, and religion, to me, like I said, has a lot of flaws, and it's because man has put their hands very deeply into the actual literature that they want to use to control people. You know what I'm saying? So
they perverted today.
They perverted it big time.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
You know, but like I said, I do believe that, you know, it's a good starting point, possibly, you know what I'm saying, for people that might not have, say, somebody in their lives and stuff like that to actually like even speak to them about, say, different spirituality or the universe and stuff like that, or just ancient ways of living and stuff like that, or whatever that you know, things that people was already living by before, you know, religion as we know it and stuff, you know.
You gotta be careful with that too in the church, because there's some fake prophets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alive.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
You see it all
watch.
day.
You gotta
Yep.
watch who you tell your stuff to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
And that's why that's why you take the foundation, but you can even take the stuff out of that without it saying it's religion. I don't acknowledge or push religion at all, because to me, you falsifying and telling people something that's not true, and then now you deterring them from the actual truth.
Right.
Like, so if now, you know what I'm saying, I like say for instance, my kids, it's maybe only one of them that truly think the way I think. I don't try to push everything on them, because they, just like us, we was raised in Christian homes. That's what we was taught all along. So I was a Christian prior in my earlier years. So me and their mothers pushed that onto them. So it's hard for them to come off of that.
Right.
But my thing is, if it's almost like, not to sound cliche, and people always making jokes about people being woke, and which I kind of hate people even saying that woke shit anymore, because the people, the ones who actually are, you made it bad for the ones who actually are.
Yeah.
The ones who just saying the shit.
Well, what it is you didn't have people and stuff actually run with a narrative to actually minimize the real point of being quote unquote woke.
Right.
You know.
So, but just to get to my point, it is a such thing as a third eye, and a lot of people don't believe in that. Your pineal gland is your third eye, and it becomes awoke the more knowledge you soak in, and the more that's why I tell people to meditate as much as possible, because when you become one with yourself in the universe, a lot of stuff starts coming more clear to you than it was before.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so when you do that, a lot of stuff will be pulled up from over your eyes, and you'll start seeing shit differently, and you'll start looking at stuff differently, and you'll start understanding. So when I meditate, I see my ancestors.
Right.
I see a creator.
I mean, but you are you are your ancestors.
Yeah, I mean
that's for sure. That's something that nobody can deny, because if you look at who created you, right? Say if you didn't believe in God, right? And say, oh, okay, my parents created me. Well, who created your parents?
Right.
And then keep on tracing it back.
Right.
So you are your ancestors. Your ancestors
blood
are you.
flows through your veins,
exactly.
regardless to whatever.
Hey, like my great grandmama and my grandma always sit up there and said, hey, you are always living off of your ancestors' blessings.
Yeah.
That's right.
Real shit.
You're covered by
Real shit. Real shit.
That's true.
You know?
And we don't want folks to think out here that, you know, that religion is wrong and is bad or anything like that. You believe what you want,
Right.
you want to
Exactly.
believe. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely not saying that on the show.
Right.
You know,
We just giving you our opinions.
Yeah.
just our opinions. Now I'm a Christian. I go to a Pentecostal church, and I'm gonna say at Brightmoor. I go to Brightmoor Church out in Novi.
Okay.
The church what I was talking about before, I had to leave that church, you know, for many reasons, and that was one of the reasons why, you know, we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go to different churches to see who's like a real reverend or a real pastor. You know what I'm saying? That's going to really preach the word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to go from the Bible. Because I done been to churches where they don't really, they say a scripture out the Bible, but then they go off and do like little examples or stuff that's real life. And that's cool. But
To try to be
stick to the
relatable,
word,
probably,
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's what I look for. You know what I'm saying? When I'm looking for a church, when I was looking for a church,
Yeah.
that's what I look for.
Now, one thing, just to kind of lighten it up, you know, 'cause like I said, I don't want to beat up on Christianity or whatever, just because that's how I was raised. But one thing I used to love to go to church for is to see how people be clowning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know,
cookies and Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Get some of those peppermints.
Hey, you see, right? See Sister Betty go ahead and catch the Holy Ghost and kick the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know,
And see
see the pastor or the deacon or somebody be up there, and this, that, and other. You know what I'm saying? They start off talking. We talk all calm. We talk all calm and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a pimp. Dig this here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and rub your shoulder, Sister Betty, and then after Sister Betty, I'm gonna go ahead and ram it in and be like, damn, dog, like what the fuck? Like,
because look, my ex-wife, her family's church or whatever. When I was with her, we used to go to her family church or whatever, and they used the preacher would tell you all this and that. He was married, older man, this and that. Whole time this motherfucker cheating with another woman inside the church. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. When he got caught, then he had to come clean to the congregation, all this and that. Yeah. But that goes back to show you, to me, you shouldn't be following man in the first place.
Yeah. See, one thing
you
that
can
always
listen to
me,
certain things, but you shouldn't be following.
Yeah, just like one thing that always get me when they sit up, they be like, "Hey, if you're tithing $100, come on up here." Hey, that's pimping right there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
It goes back around. It's a business.
They sitting around 3-4 times.
Yeah. One other thing I did want to touch on too about, say, religion, not just say Christianity, but it is something what I was speaking about, far as on like a lot of these religions and stuff minimize the importance of, say, women and stuff. Is definitely like different factions of like Islam, right? Where you have the importance of, say, a dad's influence to give validation for their daughter to get married, not their choice. You know what I'm saying? As far as not their daughter's choice, and then it's based off of them being, say, a virgin. Right. And I do know, you know what I'm saying, just, you'd see things or stuff like that, say, where you have, like, say, a lot of Muslim women or whatever, or women that follows Islam. What they'll do is they'll do things like, say, do anal sex, do oral sex, but then they'll be like, because they want to go ahead and still be, quote unquote, say, a virgin. It's like, hold on, like, the act of sex itself, you know what I'm saying, but like I said, then it goes back to the man actually having control on who they can choose, you know what I'm saying, on who they get married to. So once again, it's like, so now you saying that a woman don't have their own, say, decision to make an important, you know what I'm saying, life decision. You know what I'm saying? You're going to base that off of your father. It's like, come on now.
That's why I say, like, religion, it has good points and it got bad points. Yeah. Each of them, not just one, all of them. But it's more so, I think you can you can take some of them rules as a rule of life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be in a religion to know certain rules. You should know you shouldn't go kill nobody. Yeah. You should know you should not be cheating on your spouse. You should know you should not be doing drugs, giving drugs to somebody. You should know certain common nature.
But a lot of everybody's rights ain't everybody rights, and everybody wrongs ain't everybody wrongs. Right. Just like a serial killer, he don't know that he's not wrong. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Right. So it just depends on that person's mentality. Right.
But then too, you got to look at it like this. When it even comes, besides say religion, I mean, look at how many things and stuff that, like, say, if you had parents in your household that as an adult that you wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? That they did. Right. You see what I'm saying? So if you was to still stay with the same information that your parents gave you, and you stay there and you stuck there, then now you're going to be doing some of the same fucked up habits that they had. Yeah. So that's why I said I wouldn't want to go ahead and say, hey, choose this one religion and maybe stick there, because the whole thing is whatever it takes for you to evolve into a better person or whatever, then that's what is going to, you know what I'm saying, what you need to probably go ahead and check into. You know what I'm saying? You got all kind of different things.
And
or whatever
that's why you shouldn't condemn people, because based off what you just said, even I tell people, like, it's fucked up serial killers and fucked up rapists. Yeah, but if you look at rapists, a lot of them was raped themselves. Yeah, as a kid and so on. So they mind state, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They fucked up. Yeah. But we as a society just be like, you fucking horrible. Yeah. It's a horrible act. It is. Yeah. But get down to the root of why this person did that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you ready to condemn him, or y'all gonna go back and condemn all them people that molested him or her.
I mean, that's the same thing like with R. Kelly. Same thing.
That's what I'm saying, though.
With a person like R. Kelly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So are y'all going to go back? You going to trace back and prosecute all these people as well? Because he may not have turned out that way if he not got molested himself.
Yeah.
So it goes back to you got to be your own person. For one, religion is not going to save you, because if you got to save yourself internally. Yeah. Because you can't say if I get saved, or if I say I can say right here now, say I repent and everything I did in the past is forgiven. It's no way. Nah. I didn't kill 20 motherfuckers. There's no way I can be forgiven for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I say I repented.
Right.
So a lot of that don't make sense to me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's it's like if you were born, say, mentally disturbed or something like that, right? And based off of, say, Christianity or whatever. I mean, what's the exception? You know what I'm saying? If you say, if I'm not in my right mind and I don't know how to make that decision to say accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, then what happens to them? Are they done?
That's right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
with autistic kids or whatnot.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what? They're not going to heaven because they don't know nobody. Yeah. They're autistic. Yeah. So you can't. Like
I said, man, I just understand this. If we all believe in God, right, and you believe that He created everything, you are His creation.
Yes.
So you are God.
Yes.
So act like
it's within you.
Within, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So act like it. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? And treat everything of His creations like they're God, because they are. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where you'll see like people out here, doing animals fucked up or doing other people fucked up. It's like, no, that's not. You don't treat God or anything that you're related to,
right?
You know what I'm saying, in a foul ass manner,
right?
Like so like I said, and to go back to like stuff like in different literature or Bibles, Torah, whatever, however, when they make exceptions to doing wrong behavior, I can't agree with that, because at the end of the day, that's the issue right there, is the bad behavior, correction of bad behavior. And as a person that's quote unquote, if you want to say woke, conscious, whatever, and you understand what's the difference between right and wrong, then that's what you should be doing, is correcting your wrongs. Right. Period.
And then just touch on one more thing with that. Like, so if that's like now, the younger generations, like our kids, the ones under them, stuff like that, more and more of them starting to veer away from churches and religion.
Oh, they are.
So I'm saying this to say, what's the alternative to help save them kids? Because you can't. A lot of them not trying to hear religion, this and that. So you just
ain't trying to hear shit.
Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So now, what's your alternative to get these kids' minds on the right path?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to feed them if they not believing
no bullshit?
Yes, that's it. That's my point exactly.
You have
feed them the real.
You gotta. At the end of the day, this is for everybody. You gotta show people your wins. You gotta show people beyond just talking. You gotta actually show people what you done completed,
right?
What you done. You know what I'm saying? Why they should listen to you? Why they should follow you? Why they should give you, you know what I'm saying, their time to listen? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, that's all we had. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, like you said, if you got to go from church to church just to find out, you know what I'm saying, if the pastor is really, preaching what you need to really be, listening to and preaching and stuff, it's like, well, damn,
Right.
So just imagine, you know what I'm saying? It might be somebody that's out there that's been going from church to church to church, say for 10 years. Like, I mean, that ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's just not good. You know what I'm saying? Because
just messed up anyway. And
they are.
I definitely agree with you. It's just messed up.
Yeah. But you know what though? I still look at, believe it or not, the older generation and shit was fucked up too, because a lot of older generations and stuff, they passed down bad habits, bad trauma, bad a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, and we know this in our community, far as a lot of stuff will whatever be bad as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll know somebody that molested somebody. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or, yeah, you know, such and such then killed such and such, this and that, and other, but don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of that, you know, far as, you know, generational stuff. You know what I'm saying? And people find out, hey, this really ain't my daddy. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or this really ain't my mama, because didn't no older person really want to go ahead and do the actual, and do the actual responsible thing. You know what I'm saying? And tell somebody the actual truth. You know what I'm saying? They want people to live an uncomfortable lie. You know what I'm saying? Instead of living in a, you know what I'm saying, in an uncomfortable truth, they want somebody to live in a comfortable lie. And that's, you know.
I believe.
Yeah, real quick though, we got a comment on YouTube from Mo. He said abusing funds of the congregation is different and from and getting paid, because getting paid can be very helpful. And religion gives people something to believe in, provides a sense of structure, and typically offers a group of people to connect with over similar beliefs.
Yeah, I mean,
thanks for your comment.
Yeah,
Mo.
thanks. Yeah, thanks, Mo.
But see, I think it's true to a certain extent. Yeah. Because I think you can build structure and everything in your home without that. If you're a man, excuse me.
But some people don't. Some people don't have that in them.
I mean, I know that, but what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Even if okay, you run to religion to try to give you structure and belief or whatever, this and that, is who's to say? You know how many people then did sins that in the church tell you not to do. So you still end up doing them anyway. So my thing is, what you do, you yourself as a family. That's why I wish the black family wasn't so fucked up, because meaning without the man and the woman being there, because that's more detrimental to us than a kid not having religion. Because if you had a man and a woman in the household, you teaching these kids the right way and the wrong way. And they're gonna.
It depends on that man and woman also.
I mean, it does. It does depend.
It's a men and women that's together.
That's fucked up.
No, I'm not debating.
I know what you're saying.
It is. You're right. I agree. But that goes just like the church. It's fucked up reverence. So once you find out this reverend fucked up, what you gonna do then? Yeah. So if you got comprehensive people that know what they supposed to do as a couple, and you raising kids, you supposed to teach your kids right.
Yeah.
That's gonna
this is gonna conclude our first episode of 2022.
Yes. We like to thank everybody who called in. We like
Keys.
We like to thank Karen, aka
Keys. Right.
We like to thank all
Mo,
you guys for commenting.
Everybody commenting in
on the social media sites. Make sure to listen next week when we will have guest actor Alfonso Setto's in the building. You've seen him in a bunch of these films that's out here now. Check him out next week on the Str8 Shoot'n podcast. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
And also, hold on, before we out of here, we got to give a shout out to Tanya.
Yes,
Tanya and Michelle for coming through. Thank you, Tanya. We appreciate you coming through for a great interview.
She played the double role. And she played guest and producer at the same time.
Right, and make sure y'all check out her out on all her socials. All right.
Yes.
All right, and thanks, bro and shit, for coming on in talking that turtle talk. No.
So we love y'all. Get ready for this year.
Dr. Ruckus.
More exciting guests. We're going to be off the hook even more this year.
Oh, yeah.
We are
out. Peace.